The void wasn't empty. It throbbed with the silent potential of infinity. Stars, flung like diamond dust across black velvet, pulsed with ancient light. Nebulas, the brushstrokes of creation, bled colors, violet, cayenne, gold, into the endless canvas. Drifting through this silent majesty was the jukebox, a vessel as sleek and vibrant as the music often echoing within its halls. Neon accents traced its hull, cutting faint lines against the darkness, while its engines pulsed rhythmically, leaving transient trails of multicolored light like fading chords. Inside, the relative quiet felt unnatural. The usual buzz of activity was muted, the crew scattered, lost in the private dimensions of thought or distraction. So, here we are again. Lyra's astral form shimmers faintly, a humanoid female silhouette, perpetually shadowed by feline grace-pointed ears, a flicking tail. Behind her, a brief shimmer, a portal tearing open for a microsecond, revealing a neo-futuristic cityscape, towers aglow, strange winged creatures weaving through the sky lanes. A magnificent crystalline ice dragon, scales catching non-existent light, glided through the fleeting scene, emitting a low melodic growl before the portal snapped shut. Me? I'm Lyra, currently not actually a cat. Long story short, cursed artifact, quantum flux field instability, and my regrettable habit of touching shiny, forbidden things. But hey, when you're quantumly entangled with a starship and its eccentric crew, you learn to roll with the weirdness, or at least narrate it sarcastically. Lyra gestures vaguely around the ship's interior. The camera focuses on the jukebox, its retro-futuristic design gleaming. You'd think being a disembodied space cat-human hybrid would come with actual perks. No litter boxes, for one. But nope. Turns out the universe has a knack for keeping things complicated. Case in point, my team. Oh, and before I forget, we're technically on leave. You know, supposed to be relaxing. But with this crew, relaxation is a myth whispered by beings with significantly less chaotic lives. The jukebox. Home sweet home, or as close as we get. Don't let the name fool you. It's not just a ship. It's a vibe. A chaotic, barely held together, neon-infused vibe, much like its inhabitants. There's Dinfinite, our fearless leader, somehow juggling being a ridiculously skilled kung fu master, a dimension-hopping rock star with a weaponized guitar, and a surprisingly patient schoolteacher back on his home world. Seriously, the man needs fewer hobbies. Then there's Gamad, the tech genius who's probably one bad Tuesday away from inventing a sonic nuke just because he figured out how. Brilliant, terrifying, slightly grumpy. Duges, our resident tinkerer and ice electricity powerhouse. Thinks outside the box, but occasionally forgets the box the room it's in. And possibly the planet the room is on. Creative, yes. Focused? Sometimes. Tectaccio, our strategist, always 5 steps ahead, playing some cosmic 4D chess game only he fully understands. He's currently actually on leave, thank the stars, chilling on Cremella with Gigi and Epsilon. Cremella's supposed to be this idyllic paradise planet, all glowing seas and crystalline beaches. Knowing them, though, they're probably knee-deep in some diplomatic incident involving experimental tech and misunderstood cultural norms. Gigi, Dinfinite's goddaughter, is a force of nature disguised as an eccentric inventor. And Epsilon, our speedster. Fast mind, faster feet, maybe too dedicated. And then there's Master Rain, our stoic enigma, literally thousands of years old, wields elemental forces like extensions of his will, and I still can't figure out what goes on in that millennia-old head. And me? Lyra? The voice of reason? Nah, more like comic relief, quantumly entangled commentator, cat thing? A priority alert klaxon blares. The main comms panel lights up, displaying a fractured, static-laced signal struggling to resolve. Gamad moves to the main comms panel, fingers flying across the controls. Gamad VO, incoming distress call, heavily encrypted subspace, tight beam, fighting heavy interference. Source coordinates match the system we're approaching. Dr. Danica Enoch, VO. Mayday, Mayday. This is Dr. Danica Enoch, Research Outpost Delta 7. Coordinates transmitted. Under attack. Hostiles. Unknown configuration. Armor absorbs energy. Weapons emit. Xit. Severe dissonance. They're breaking through. Dinfinite's voice cuts through the tension. Dinfinite VO. Danica, what's she doing out here? Gamad VO. Tensed. Dr. Danica Enoch's voice returns, more frantic than before. Dr. Danica Enoch, VO. They're after the core, the dimensional resonance core, stabilizing the rift. Krush, jukebox? Dinfinite? Gamad? Is anyone receiving? They have no rhythm. They're tearing everything apart. Request immediate kzzz. Well, so much for leave. Dr. Danica Enoch, pioneering dimensional physicist, old friend of Dinfinite's, and apparently someone our resident tech genius knows quite well, decided to set up shop studying a volatile dimensional rift stabilizer on a random Tuesday, and it looks like her work attracted the worst kind of attention. They call themselves the Unyushiwandan, also known, rather dramatically, as the Rhythmless Nation. Henchmen with no rhythm, no vibe, zero harmony, and absolutely no sense of humor. Think of them as the universe's least interesting dance crew, but with more discordant energy weapons and a collective bad attitude that could curdle stardust. And guess who just sent Danica an eviction notice written in blaster fire? Looks like we have to crash their party. Alarms blare as Dinfinite moves toward the cargo bay ramp, grabbing his guitar weapon. Gamad inputs commands into his wrist-mounted device. Dujez pushes off the bulkhead, frost swirling around him. Master Rain turns from the viewport. The view shifts to the planet's surface, the desolate landscape, the sickly yellow sky, and the besieged research outpost. And here's the part where we make our dramatic entrance. Hero poses optional, saving the dock and her core, definitely mandatory. Priority 1. Secure Dr. Enoch. Priority 2. Protect that dimensional core. Hit them fast, create a perimeter around the main lab. Stick together, stay rhythmic, push back their dissonance. Go. Overwhelm me? Please. They picked the wrong outpost, the wrong scientist. They disrupt harmony. They will be corrected. Let us begin. The team leaps. The camera follows in slow motion, each striking a pose against the alien sky, descending towards the chaos surrounding the besieged outpost. Dinfinite lands hard near the main lab entrance, the guitar morphing into its staff form. He deflects incoming dissonant blasts with swirling movements, then lunges forward, using the staff as a physical weapon. Dujez lands, frost radiating outwards. He unleashes arcs of lightning from his hands, stunning several troopers. He forms a brief, shimmering shield of crackling frost and energy to absorb a volley of blasts, then charges through it, his fists sparking. Gamad hits the ground rolling, unleashing his drones. He uses short-burst sonic pulses from his wrist device at close range to stagger enemies, following up with quick strikes with reinforced gauntlets. Master Rain lands silently amidst the fray. His initial gesture freezes a squad with temporal stasis, flinging them aside. He then flows through the battlefield, disabling opponents with an almost disdainful ease. The team's initial power-based assault transitions seamlessly into effective hand-to-hand combat. Status report. West Wing clear. Moving to support Gamma D. Making progress towards the central structure. Resistance heavier here. Still no sign of Dr. Enoch. The core chamber is ahead, guarded by a command unit. The towering Unyushiwandan commander descends, landing heavily before the core chamber entrance, its red-veined armor pulsing with waves of dissonance. The commander unleashes the wave of weaponized silence. Gamad charges forward, shouting, "Rain!" The commander vanishes mid-strike. The outpost dissolves. The yellow sky twists and vanishes. The battlefield shifts violently, reforming into the desolate, ruin-strewn landscape under the oppressive weight of antimatter. In the center hovers Black Hole, holding the struggling energy-bound Dr. Danica Enoch. Gamma D cries out, "Danica! Valor, let her go!" Black Hole responds, "Eris Valor is dead. There is only Black Hole. And the scientist? Bait for the real prize." Okay, plan B, or C, I've lost count. Rescue the X, defeat the void-powered supervillain who just dimension-napped us. Simple. We take him together. Full power, foolish. The team unleashes everything they had left. Dinfinite swings his staff. Dudge lunges with fists crackling with residual electricity. Gamad launches himself forward, attempting a tackle. Master Rain flows in, aiming for pressure points or joints. Okay, add completely untouchable and hand-to-hand combat to the list. This is bad. Really, really bad. Your struggles are meaningless. Perhaps a demonstration is in order. The battlefield erupts into the chaotic storm of collapsing singularities and gravitational tears. Yeah, this isn't going well. Someone better have gotten that message to Cramella. The scene ends with the team bruised, powerless, separated from Danica, and hopelessly outmatched. Black Hole hovers, radiating silent power, holding his prisoner. The devastation was immense. End Chapter 1.